Good morning, chemistry students. My name is Mr. Adam. This is chemistry. Today is the 31st of March, our last day of March. I know we didn't get to spend much of it together, but tomorrow we'll have a new month. We'll have April, and today is a Tuesday, and it is a day 4. So, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all enjoyed the video yesterday. Got a little bit familiar with the Google Classroom, saw what was up with that, saw what our assignments are going to look like. Just a quick couple notes today that we're going to talk about, that I'm going to fill you in on, try to address some questions that I'm getting, and then I'll let you loose and let you do your work for today. So I have a couple talking points that I'm going to talk about, try to cover everything, but try to keep it simple and short. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for all the really nice, heartfelt messages I got yesterday. I got a bunch of messages from people saying that they missed the class, that they missed being with everybody. That was really, really appreciated, and thank you for sharing that with me. As your teacher, I obviously try to teach you chemistry, but the biggest thing I try to teach you is how to be a human and be in a community. So I really appreciate you sharing your feelings and your thoughts with me. I think that's a big thing to be able to share your feelings with the people that you trust, and to be honest with them, and be honest when things are going really well, and be honest when things really suck. I think that's really important. So thank you for that. So yeah, it was nice to let me know that you were missing me, because I let you all know that I'm missing you. But if you're missing someone, that just means that it's a relationship worth having. So that's a good thing. I guess my second thing is, how are all of you doing? How was your first day of online classes? My class or anybody else's classes? Is there anything that was unclear to you from our first day with the Google Classroom, with how everything's going to operate on dashboard, with the assignments, with the readings? If there's anything that's unclear to you, please ask me a question. Submit it to me via email. If you post comments on the Google Classroom on YouTube, I look at those too. So if those are serious questions there, then that might help other people understand that too. So yeah, post those wherever you have them. Was there anything that worked really well in other online classes that you might want to see me do or see me include? I can't promise I can include everything, but any suggestions you have are always welcome. I did get a couple comments and concerns and questions from students yesterday via email, so I want to address some of those too. So the first one was submitting assignments. So submitting assignments on days where there's no quiz, which will be the part 1 assignments. That's where you have the reading and where you watch the video with Miss Marnick. A student asked me, how do I submit this, or how do I show that I completed it? So I'm not super familiar with the student view per se of Google Classroom, what you guys see, but apparently there's a button you can click to say that it is done. I got the assignment yesterday. About 20 people out of 90-ish submitted it and said they were done with it. I assume the rest of you got a chance to do the readings and watch the video. You just didn't click done, and that's okay by me. If you click submit and done, that's good, because then I can check that you've done it. But if you don't submit anything or don't click that it's done, that's okay with me. For today, for part 2 lessons, where you have this Google form, this quiz. It's not a quiz. Don't treat it with that kind of pressure. Don't overstress. Remember. For that, you can again hit done. But the real way I will check for your completion is if you have turned in that Google form, and I'll be able to see individual responses for that. So give it your best shot. If you don't get everything right, it's perfectly okay. For the open-ended questions, give your best definition or best answer. Try to type in full sentences and keep it as clear as possible. Use proper capitalization, punctuation, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, feel free to use notes for that. Feel free to use written definitions in the notes or in the reading or in the video. But yeah, answer those to the best of your ability, and I will take your participation as having completed that Google form. Okay? I also got comments, that people would like to have a live meeting at some point. And trust me, I do want that too. I've been thinking about the best way to set up a live meeting with respect to all of your time and when you might have to do other things for other classes or have other things going on in your life. So, with that being said, I'd like to set up probably a Google Meet towards the end of the week. That will probably be on Friday. The way I'd like to do it is about 15 to 20 minutes per class. So a 15-20 minute session for second period, one for third period, one for fifth period, and one for eighth period. So that way we can still be in the normal classroom with everyone we're used to seeing and not have a bunch of rowdy chaos. But I mean, we usually have chaos anyways, but at least it'll be organized chaos. So I'd like to do that towards the end of the week. So if you really want to do that, look forward to that towards the end of the week. If that's not your thing, if you don't really want to meet up, you don't have to be there at all. That's perfectly fine. That's just kind of for the people who want to be there, who want to hang out, show up, chat a little bit, and catch up. It would mostly be kind of just fun. We can chat, we can catch up, talk about what's been going on in our lives. We can banter like we always do. And maybe we can ask some questions about the online work for the week, what's been going on, what's been going well, and what's not. But yeah, it'll mostly just kind of be fun, a way to catch up and all see each other and hear each other's voices. So look forward to that towards the end of the week. All right, so for today's lesson, it's still lesson 2.1 on molecular formulas, still talking about smells, what causes things to smell, what are molecular formulas, what do they mean? Ms. Marnick talked a little bit about molecular formulas being the number of elements and the different kinds of elements that you have yesterday. So go ahead and look at the notes, look for the patterns in the molecular formulas, see how you think certain chemicals might smell if you don't have a smell attached to them based on the pattern that you've seen. And whenever you're taking the quiz, and again, not a quiz, it's a Google form, it's kind of just a homework, a check-in. Please feel free to have your reading open, have your notes open, and watch the video with Ms. Marnick again. I want you to get those right and prove that you know something, that you've learned something. But again, I'm not looking for you to be 100% correct, just like I wouldn't on any normal homework. It's really not a quiz. It's just a check-in to make sure you understand everything that you're supposed to understand. And the last thing, if you're going to send me an email, post a comment on the Google Classroom or on YouTube today, I would like you to add a small extra note. And this is our, I'm going to call it our share for the day, okay? So it can just be to me. It can be via email, or it can be on one of the public forums, wherever you want to share it. The one thing I want you to share today is, what is one thing that's been really great for you over the past 2 weeks of quarantine and not having school, okay? It's always important to look on the bright side of things, and it always helps to share with others that you trust and that you care about. So let us know, what's been the bright side of all of this for you? We'll talk a little bit about what's been hard later in the week, but for today, our share for the day is going to be what's been the bright side of the past 2 weeks. The quarantine, something you didn't expect to happen, or something you've really enjoyed about not having school for the past 2 weeks. I think that is it for the day. If you have any other questions, any other concerns, any things you want to bring up, let me know. Feel free to comment on these videos. Keep it relatively appropriate. You know, I have turned on review for YouTube comments now, so I will be looking at what you're posting, but keep it somewhat on topic, appropriate, and keep it fun. I appreciate it. I had a couple comments yesterday. I appreciate it. Aiden, thank you for the comment, the very heartwarming or whatever you said. I'm trying to remember what else. I think that's it. But it's lovely to hear from all of you always. So I always appreciate the comments. Hope you guys are doing great. Keep going. Keep trying, like I said yesterday. And as always, at the end of this, let's get a 1, 2, 3. Clap on me. Brock's right. Everybody's got to clap.